Good morning. Welcome back to the start of another weekly vlog and the first weekly vlog that I am kicking off on a Monday. I'm excited about this. I feel like that's when the week starts, right? The week starts on a Monday, and the Saturday kickoffs always worked better when my weekends were jam-packed with activities and outings and really cool stuff to show you around New York City. And since they're not, Mondays just feels right now. So I'm excited to be kicking off this vlog this morning. My eyes are still a little red and puffy because I'll be honest with you, I washed my makeup off this morning. I put on makeup to film yesterday. I filmed 6 videos yesterday, which felt awesome. Like, I don't have to film again until the end of September, and that feels incredible. So, well, besides the vlogs, of course. So I put on makeup yesterday, and then after I was done filming, we cooked dinner, and then we sat down to watch a movie, and by the time the movie was over, I just did not have the energy to go wash off my makeup. I almost left the living room a disaster. Like, the filming stuff was still out, and then Sam was like, all right, I'm gonna do the dishes before we go upstairs after the movie was over. And I was like, okay, I guess while you do the dishes, I will clean up all my filming stuff and like clean off the table and make sure that like when we come downstairs in the morning, everything is like clean and nice. And that was a really good decision. It felt really good to come downstairs on a Monday morning to a nice, clean, put together living room. But now I'm actually about to kick off my week with a new workout company, class, all of those things. I found out about this company through a friend of mine. So I have a friend from high school who I have taken yoga class with in New York. I've talked about her before. And she joined this new company who is doing all virtual workout classes, and they are trying to recreate the feel of being a part of a workout studio, but online, because they offer a bunch of different types of classes. So I'm gonna try them all this week and bring you along for it. So this morning I'm gonna do a bar class. They also have yoga, obviously, spin, and then like cardio, like HIIT classes. And so I'm gonna try to squeeze them all in this week before we leave Texas so that I can share it with you. Not that I can't do them when we're on the move, but it's just gonna be way easier for me to share it with you this week. And I have to say thank you to the team over at Sweat Connected. I never actually said the name of the company. Sweat Connected is the name of the company, and they are gifting me a month subscription to their services to be able to share it with you. So I'm gonna share it here on YouTube. I'm gonna share a couple clips over on Instagram. And then the day that this vlog goes live, there will be a giveaway over on my Instagram for some free classes. So if you are interested in doing some of these at-home workouts yourself, head on over to Instagram and enter that giveaway. But right now, I've got 7 minutes until class starts. I need to run upstairs and get the bands because it's a bar class. You do need some equipment. I'll comment on the classes after I take them to let you know. They say that you need light weights, medium weights, and bands for this bar class. So we'll see. I'll let you know how it goes afterwards, but I'm super excited to try something new. I mentioned this in a few vlogs before, but I've been on the hunt for live workout classes. I think those are just gonna be so much better for me. So here we go. Hello, it is now the afternoon. The day totally got away from me. The struggle with doing a class at 7 a.m., even though it was only a 40-minute class, is then I had 20 minutes to shower and get ready and slam some breakfast and then get my computer up and running by 8 o'clock. And that was a little bit of a time crunch. 6 o'clock just still feels too early because in order to do some of my morning routine stuff that I want to do and then do the workout, it just doesn't feel like it would work out well. I think that this is gonna be a much better setup for me once I get back to East Coast time, because 7 a.m. on the East Coast is perfect with starting work at 9, but also getting out of bed and doing my morning routine. So I think I'm just gonna push through it, and depending on what the class is being offered and depending on what my morning looks like, luckily today I didn't have a meeting until 11:15. 10:15 actually, it was 11:15 Eastern. So it was fine for me to be kind of a little bit flustered at 8 o'clock. But if I have an 8 o'clock meeting, like that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to do the 6 o'clock class. So I'm gonna pick between 6 and 7 while I'm still on Central Time based on the class and then my work morning schedule. But the class I took today was great. It was sort of your typical bar class that you would take at a bar studio that I've taken before in New York. There was a lot of glute work, a lot of leg work, a lot of little movements with low weights and low impact, which is great. Like I didn't really get all that sweaty, but I know that I worked things and I know that I'm gonna be sore tomorrow. And like I said, I really like live classes because she stops and like looks at you and gives you comments on your form, just like an in-person class. And that is just so much more valuable to me. And I push myself so much more when I know that there is somebody who is gonna look through that computer screen and tell me to lift a little bit higher or put my leg a little bit straighter. And I don't know, it just works so much better for me. So I'm excited to keep trying out this company and their classes, and I will bring you along for that. Meanwhile, it is, like I said, Monday afternoon, and I have a terrible headache. I've had a terrible headache since maybe like 10, and at first I thought it was caffeine, that didn't fix it, and then I thought it was water, and that didn't fix it, and then I thought it was food, and that didn't fix it. So I ended up taking my lunch hour to just relax, because I couldn't focus because my head was hurting too much. I was supposed to edit, and it's fine. It's not the end of the world that I didn't get to editing during lunch, but I needed that break. The good news is I took that time and I finished the last Harry Potter book. If you've been around with me since the beginning of the summer, when I came down to Texas, I asked my dad to bring my Harry Potter books from my childhood down here to the Coast House, the actual books, so that I could read them over the course of the summer. And I started out really fast and really strong, and then I totally lost. It took me like 3-4 weeks to read book 5 because that book just takes forever. And then I powered through the last 2, and I finished it during lunch. So, which is good because now we actually will watch those movies this week because they also have all the movies down here. And so we've been watching the movies as we finish the books. And so I finished the book, can leave those behind. And I was at one point thinking I might have to take the 7th book with me and then, or like download it on Kindle in order to finish it out. But I finished it and I forgot how much I loved it. I really do. It brings me a lot of joy and a lot of great memories. And it just reminds me a lot that you've got to stand up for people that are different than you, and you've got to fight for what is right and what is important, and not always be selfish and make decisions that are what's in your best interest, because that's not how we're going to make the world a better place. So I am gonna go get a snack and then I'm gonna get back to work. We have a really big meeting tomorrow that we're prepping for today. So I've just been working on like some back pocket information that we have in case we have questions on it, and just kind of sitting here with like a critical eye at what we're presenting and trying to think of questions that senior management could ask that we need to be prepared to answer. So a little bit nervous. Maybe it's a nervous stress headache. All right, I'm done working. I have tried more water, more food, more coffee, and Advil, and my head still hurts. So I think everything that was on my list for tonight, all the editing that I was gonna do this evening, it's just not gonna happen because I just can't focus and I can't stare at a screen anymore. I don't know what's going on with my head. So I think I'm gonna close everything down and lay on the couch and watch Friends until it's time. And Sam's probably gonna cook dinner. And so I'm gonna maybe move to eat dinner, and then I'm gonna go back to the couch. And then we're gonna watch Harry Potter. It's kind of a bummer that Monday started off totally strong, like workout, kicking off my week in the best way possible. And now I am just over it. Good morning. I am in the same clothes, but it is the next day. I feel better. That's the good news. My headache is gone. So I think I just needed to sleep it off and kind of relax a little bit. So literally, like I said, spent the whole evening on the couch, ate 2 bowls of ice cream, and fell asleep very early. The bad news with that though is I didn't set my alarm, and so I totally overslept past what I had planned to do. So my morning workout is not going to happen because I didn't get up in time to get it in before work starts. The good news is this program that I'm trying out this week, Sweat Connected, if you sign up for a class, it is on demand for 48 hours following the class. So it kind of defeats the whole purpose of doing it live. So we'll see if it gives me the same motivation. I mean, you pay for it and then you have to do it within 48 hours and then the recording disappears. It's not like the recording is there for you to use forever. So I went ahead and signed up for the 8 o'clock class, knowing very well that I'm not going to join live because I'm going to work. And then I'm gonna try and do it during lunch instead of in the morning. I can't do it in the evening today because of Pilates with Lakin. So that is a plan that I am kind of adjusting. So I'm gonna get my morning routine done, and I might try and squeeze in some editing since that's what I was going to do during lunch. But given that it's already 7:15 and I have to work in 45 minutes, that's probably not gonna happen. But it's okay. Just trying to be a little bit flexible. Why do things never go as planned? So I went and put my workout clothes on before I started working so that I was like, no excuse, you're gonna work out during lunch. Great. And then I got a meeting scheduled from 10:30 to 11, 11:30 to 12 Eastern time. and I have a very important meeting at 1 o'clock. And so I could have squeezed in the 45-minute spin class in that time, the one that I signed up for. They sent me the on-demand link, but like it would have been tight, like for me to get off my call, get upstairs, get my spin shoes on, get on the bike, do the class, and then be done and get back down here in time for my 1 o'clock call. That's very important. Like I need to make sure my headphones are charged, my phone is charged. Like this is a very important meeting. So all that to say, I'm not working out during lunch today. So I decided to have a somewhat relaxing lunch hour. I don't know when all this editing is gonna get done, but I made some leftovers, heated them up, and I just sat here and read. And now I have about 30 minutes until this call starts. So what I'm gonna do is actually just get back into work mode and work for those 30 minutes and then try and squeeze in my workout at the very end of the day with enough time to shower and be ready to go for lattes with Lakin. That is the plan. We'll see if it's gonna work. But I wanted to share something else that came to me. It actually came to me last night when I was getting ready for bed, but I'm gonna share it with you right now. And that is this 100 Days to Brave book. So I talked about this book in a couple different videos or places before, and it is a daily spiritual devotional to help you be braver. And I've tried to start it twice now. I started it when we first came down to Texas thinking we're gonna be down here for about 100 days, maybe a little bit less, but it'll be about 100 days. So I'll do it every day when we're down here in Texas. And then I stopped doing it. And then the author and like her company are actually hosting a like read with us 100 Days to Brave that started on August 3rd. So it was August 3rd to like the middle of November. And so I was like, perfect, I'll join in and do it with them. Fell off again and fell off too far. Like I can't go back and catch up again. So last night when I was getting in bed and I was sitting down to read, actually, this happened 2 nights ago, I guess, because I didn't get in bed to read last night. So it was Sunday night. Anyways, that doesn't matter. So the point is I looked at it and I was like, oh, it just made me feel guilty. So what I decided to do, instead of trying to start it again now and trying to power through or trying to go back and catch up with the one I started on August 3rd, I am going to wait and start until we have 100 days left in the year. So I did the math, and September 23rd is the date where there is 100 days left in 2020. It will be exactly 100 days from September 23rd through December 31st. So that is when I'm going to start reading it again. It's September 23rd, I'm gonna start it, and I'm going to finish 2020 strong and bravely and get me into 2021 in a better mindset. So if you're interested in joining me, or I'm thinking maybe we will do a challenge in general of something that you want to do for 100 days until the end of 2021. Now I'm thinking out loud. I'm excited. It's coming soon. It's over. It was good. It went really well. I'm not gonna bore you with all the details of my work life, but let's just say that something I've basically been working on the entire year of 2020 just went to its first like governance meeting for approval. Green light. Lots of questions, but I think we answered them all effectively and we got the green light to keep going. So that is good news. I don't have to make a huge pivot in my day-to-day work life, even though I'm making a physical location pivot very soon. But that was really good news. I feel very relaxed, and minus the fact that it's 2 o'clock and I haven't worked out and I don't actually have anything here. I really would like a cocktail to celebrate. I think I've mentioned this in a few places, but I have had no intentions to have any kind of alcoholic drinks in August. Part of it was just like a health reason. I just thought my body could probably use a break. And then part of it was I don't have any here, and so I didn't want to pay for delivery to get it delivered here because we don't have a car. Now there is alcohol here. It belongs to my parents, and because we are using their house, but we are, you know, paying for obviously all of our own food and stuff like that. I could ask my dad if I could have a drink or a beer, and I'm sure he would say yes, but that was part of the other thing is I was like, you don't have any, so don't order it and you won't drink it, and I just will likely catch up when I get to be spending time with my mom in a few days. So I'm probably gonna have a second cup of coffee to celebrate. I haven't worked out. Work got away from me, so much for working through lunch and then stopping a little bit early to work out. That didn't happen. And then at 4 o'clock, I forgot that I had to hop on a quick call for something that is launching very soon. I will share more information after Lattes with Lakin. I do get to share it as part of this vlog because this vlog is going up after the official announcement's already gone out. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably have already seen it, but I wanna actually sit down and tell you about it. And so that call ended, I rushed upstairs, got ready, kind of. I mean, I do something. set up the tripod, got everything all ready, and now I have 10 minutes until Lattes with Lakin starts. So I'm gonna breathe for a second, get the YouTube comments all pulled up and ready to go. And then after Lattes with Lakin, we will sit down and chat about what is launching next week. Okay, Lattes with Lakin is done, and now we can sit and chat about what is launching next week that you can totally sign up for. This is not, all right, Lattes with Lakin is done, and now we can sit and chat about what is launching next week. I have known about this for a while, and I'm so excited to finally tell you about it. One of the most common questions that I get is, how do I find personal development classes? How do I find online courses to sign up for about topics that I'm interested in? And I am so excited to share with you that the team over at Wild for Planners, so the team that puts on Go Wild, is launching a membership site focused on providing you content to help you actually take action on your plans. It is about way more than planning. They are launching an entire membership site where there's going to be an exclusive group and all kinds of courses. It is called Wild University. Super cute. The branding is awesome. It's so fun. It's Wild University. It's a theme and it's so fun. So each month there's going to be a major and a minor class that you get to take for the month, where there's going to be courses and lives from the instructor and workbooks and all kinds of things to teach you that month. And then there's also going to be a backlog of all kinds of pre-filmed uploaded content for you to go through about all kinds of topics: business, planning, lifestyle, goal setting, all kinds of pre-filmed incredible content that you can access at your own time. And then next month there'll be another major and minor course that you can take during the month. So much fun, lots of other themed things up their sleeves, and just a focus on community as well as education. Again, it is all about teaching you things and helping you grow as a person. So the doors opened on September 1st and they will close on September 10th. They're only gonna open enrollment from the 1st to the 10th each month. So if you decide not to sign up in September, you can join in October. But the September classes, the major is Create Your Dream Plan Space with Siobhan Dixon from This Well-Planned Life. And the minor is The Planning Pyramid, Focus on What Matters with Cindy from Llama Letters. And then again, all kinds of pre-filmed content on other topics will also be available to you. There's two options in terms of cost for you to join. You can join on a monthly basis, so it is $22 a month for you to join, recurring every month, and you get access to the live classes as well as the backlog of all the other classes. But if you are all in and you are ready to learn all the things, they are doing an annual option for $192, which comes out to $16 a month. So you get basically 3 months free, and you get a founding member kit full of all kinds of fun swag shipped directly to your door. So many cool things: confetti, washi, a crest pin, just super cute themed things shipped to your door if you want to be a founding member and have that annual price. Lastly, no matter which option you decide to sign up for, if you decide to go monthly or annually, you are locking in your rate. The prices will likely go up at some point as they continue to have a backlog of content. The prices are gonna go up because the value is gonna go up as they do these monthly classes every single month. After a few months, it's gonna be worth more than that. So if you sign up now, you're going to be locked in at that rate. I don't know when they're planning to update the price, but just know that if you sign up now, either monthly or annually, you're going to lock in that founding rate. So go check it out. I'll leave it linked down below. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, but I'm so excited. I'm also just so happy and proud of the team over at Wild for Planners. I know that they have been working on this for years, literal years. And this year, without having a conference really to plan, because it's all planned and ready to go for next year, this was the year they finally could put in the man hours to get it all up and running for you. So go check it out, and hopefully I will see you inside. It is 11:30 on Wednesday. Clearly I haven't showered or washed my makeup off from yesterday. No, I never worked out yesterday. No, I haven't worked out yet today. I had all these intentions to do this vlog where I was highlighting this company and I was taking a live class every morning and sharing my experience with you. And truthfully, my experience has been laziness and oversleeping. So that's where we're at again today. And then once again, I was gonna try and work out during lunch, but it is now 11:30, 12:30 Eastern, and I have a call in 30 minutes. And so instead of kidding myself and pretending I'm gonna do it after work, because I'm not, I'm just gonna go up and take a shower because that's what I really feel like I need right now, and that's what I really want to do. And I will pick back up again tomorrow and take another class and share it with you. And we will get back on track tomorrow. I don't need to wait for a Monday. I still would like to highlight the company as part of this vlog and try at least 1 or 2 more different class types besides the bar class, but it's not happening again today. And I also am starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed with the fact that we're trying to head out of here in like 48 hours and we still have food that needs to get eaten and cooked, and the fridge needs to get cleaned out, and like things that need to get cleaned and packed. Like I've kind of started packing, but like not really. And I'm starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed with all of the things that I've got to get done, to be honest. So that is what's gonna happen today. I'm gonna go shower and feel fresh and finish out my work day. And then after work, I'm going to get all the things out of my head that I know that we need to do and then get started on packing, so I just feel better about that situation, and get the editing done that I need to get done for both Friday's video and for some of next week's stuff, so that I'm not doing it when I'm home. I guess that's not a thing that has to get done. That's one of those things, like I wanted to get it done this week so that I don't have to do it when I'm home next week, but like it doesn't have to. The things that have to get done are like cleaning out the fridge and washing all the things and packing. Anyways, I'm having just a very overwhelming feeling right now. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I'm using my parents' bedroom as like my packing staging area. So what I did is I laid out all the different bags and I've labeled them. So over here is stuff that can go straight to New York. So stuff that I don't want to deal with unpacking when we're in Chicago. So we each took our own like big suitcase to get down here. So what I'm thinking is Sam's big suitcase can be stuff going straight to New York City that's lighter. And then my small suitcase can be stuff going straight to New York City that is heavier, so that we don't make this suitcase weigh a zillion pounds. So like the books that I'm not gonna read in Chicago. And then my big suitcase can be both of our clothes for Chicago and like toiletries and stuff. That's what I'm thinking. This duffel bag is going to be my planner stuff that is going to Chicago. So planner stuff I don't need in Chicago will go in the heavy bag. Planner stuff that I want to access in Chicago will go in this bag. And then over here, we have 2 hanging bags because we each had a hanging bag. So instead of doing like his and hers and having to deal with both of them in Chicago, I'm thinking we'll leave the stuff in my mom's car that we don't need to open and unpack. So I'm thinking a hanging bag for stuff going straight to New York City, and then a hanging bag of stuff that we want access to in Chicago. And then this duffel bag is going to be our overnight bag. I might end up switching the duffels depending on how much planner stuff I decide to bring to Chicago, because I think this one's a little smaller. But this is our overnight bag for Houston that we're stopping on our way to Chicago. So this is just going to have our like overnight toiletries, pajamas for both of us, and then a change of clothes for both of us. And then this Costco bag is going to be our car bag. So it's going to have all of our snacks and masks and gloves and cleaning supplies for the gas stations and everything that we need to be able to access in the car. So this is the bag that I'll put like behind the driver's seat so the passenger can easily grab stuff out of it while we're driving. So that's the plan. And some of the stuff that was in here I've started to like throw in to the suitcases, but now the next thing is going to be to start like going through each room and going through our stuff and like putting the stuff in their respective pile. Like my spin shoes are over there. Those I plan to use hopefully at least one more time, so I'm not going to pack those quite yet, but that's kind of my next phase, is to start putting things into piles. Good morning. It is Thursday and I just got off that guy. I just did a 45-minute ride class. That's what they call it ride. It's a spin class with Sweat Connected. I'm kind of torn about how I feel about these like Zoom spin classes, and I'll tell you why. It's not Sweat Connected's fault. It's the concept of a Zoom spin class in general. So for the other style of workout classes that I like to take, bar, yoga, dance, strength training even, I like that the instructor can see me because they can give me feedback on my form or what I'm doing. And there's more to that, and I like that engagement. And there was engagement on this class, don't get me wrong. Like she was still saying people's names, like, yeah, go Lakin, just like that happened on the bar class earlier this week. And that's one of the things I do love about a live class, and especially a live class with a small group like this. There were like 15 people on it or something like that. And so it allowed for her to like give individual encouragement. I love that. But for spin, because of where my iPad is situated, you could just see like the top of my head. You could see like more of my face when I got out of the saddle, but like you couldn't see my body. And she wasn't giving people like form corrections. Not that I expect that in a spin class, but I didn't feel like I benefited from the fact that it was live on this type of class as much as I do from other types of classes. And that's just me. I think that dance, yoga, strength, bar, it being live makes a huge difference for me pushing myself and keep going. I think what makes a difference for me pushing myself on the bike is the music. That's like hands down. It could be live, it can be pre-recorded, it could be whatever, and I just need the music to be on point, and I need to be something that I like and enjoy and is gonna motivate me. Not that the music, again, was bad. It was a good class. The music was like, there wasn't really a theme. Like she went from like Springsteen to Rihanna to Drake. Like it was kind of all over the place, which is good and hit a variety of different people's preferences, but it wasn't like every song didn't get me going. And like I've taken Peloton classes where like I know what the playlist is going to be in advance, and I know that every song is gonna pump me up, like the Britney ride or the Broadway rides. Like I love them. So I don't know, it again, I think maybe just like this Zoom style class for spin doesn't do more for me than doing the spin class on the Peloton app, whereas it does for the other style classes for sure. But I'm not gonna give up. I have a whole month and I'm gonna take some more of these live spin classes and see how it goes. But that's kind of my initial reaction to doing my first live Zoom spin class instead of doing it on the Peloton app. So now I'm gonna go shower and get ready, because not only do I have an 8 o'clock call to kick off my Thursday, but it is a Zoom call, so I have to look somewhat presentable. Oh my goodness, today is one of those days. You ever feel like when you're gonna be out of the office, and I'm only gonna be out one day, just tomorrow, and then I'm back on Monday, but I just feel like I have so many things to get done today, and it's been like meeting after meeting. I've been multitasking during meetings, and then even when it ends slightly early, I've been like using that time to work on things. And I have 10 minutes before my next meeting. So I talked about this briefly in my goals video. So if you watch that video, you already know the backstory, but I'll give you the Reader's Digest version. This company, Madefor, I saw an advertisement for them on Facebook, and the concept of Madefor is about helping you implement healthy habits. And I was super intrigued. Like y'all know, I love habits and I think habits are great, and I love working on my habits. And so I clicked on it and I was like, yep, that sounds like something I want. It was a subscription service. So I go to the website and had a bit of sticker shock. And I was like, well, that is way more than I think I want to pay for that service. So I kind of forgot about it. And then I got another advertisement for it. I had started following them on Instagram, and then eventually I went back to the website and was poking around looking at things, and I saw that they had a program called Madefor Connectors where they share the kit with you for free, and in exchange for you sharing it, they assume you're gonna share it. I actually have no obligation on how frequently to share or what to share. They didn't send me any guidelines. They just said I was approved and like gave me a code to get it for free. So I ordered it and it's here. It probably would have been way more fun for you to hear that whole spiel looking at my face instead of in a box that I haven't opened yet, but I have a little bit more of a spiel. So it is a 10-month program that you can start any month that you sign up. As long as you sign up before the 10th of the month, and they start you on the next month. And so that's just how it works. And then you're with like your cohort that is on the same month as you. So there are people that are in the program right now that are a few months ahead of me, and then there's gonna be somebody who starts next month, and it's a different habit every month. I don't know if I said that. So it's 10 months and it's a different habit every month. So everybody who's starting with month 1 in September, like that's the cohort that I'm a part of, and we have a kickoff call tonight, actually, a kickoff Zoom call, because part of it is the support of going through it, not just like getting the products, like getting them boxed in the mail and having something to excite you to work on your habits, totally helpful. But the bigger piece of it that they talk about in all of their like science behind everything is the support. So I will let you know how that kickoff call goes tonight, but let's open the box because that's what I'm excited about. Okay, so you open the box and this is what it looks like. And they actually showed both of these pieces in their like advertisements. So one of them is a water bottle, which I was pretty sure, I said that in my goals video. I was pretty sure that the first month was going to be water. So it's a glass water bottle with this like bamboo top and then these little beads. I think that's tracking how many you've had. And it's got like this rubber gray grip on the outside. And then this little like, oh, it's probably how to take care of it. So that's one piece. It says on here, to find out what I'm made for, lift tray. Haha, get it. And then they also included an hourglass. I have no idea how long the hourglass is actually for. I have a feeling, right, we're gonna be drinking water every so often, something like that. Okay, so then in here we have a bunch of little booklets. Ooh, I am here for all of the paper products. So the first one is onboarding, and it's like a booklet. I'm gonna have to try and find time to read that before the orientation. Tonight, how social can serve you. Another onboarding little booklet here, it looks like. And then we've got what looks like a little notebook. It's got plastic wrap on it, and I definitely can't open that with one hand, but it looks like it's a notebook. I'll open that in a second. And then we've got the first month, which again, I was pretty sure was hydration. So it gives you a little bracelet to wear to remind yourself to work on your habit. And then it's got this little card where you're gonna check off every day that you do it. So there is a different habit each month, but they only have you checking it off for 21 days. So drink all of your water, track consumption by moving beads, reflect in your journal. It looks like the bracelet was actually there and then it fell out. It's actually perforated, so I can just take off the part with the checkbox. And then there's a little card that suggests how to share it with your community, I guess. I don't know if I got that just because I got it for free or if everybody got that. And then a booklet on hydration where it's actually like teaching us about hydration. So super detailed. And I mean, again, it's not inexpensive. I can't like tell you to go buy it right this second. I just got one package. But I will obviously be sharing my journey with you and letting you know my thoughts as I go through this whole process if I think that it's worth it. Hello, it is Friday morning. I really like this background. Like I should have sat and like filmed a video with this behind me. I'm sitting on the floor, so like it doesn't, like normally I sit in a chair, but I really like, I don't know, the colors and the stuff behind me. Anyway, I just got done doing another Sweat Connected class. I did a 30-minute Tabata class. So if you've never heard of Tabata, it's basically a cycle where you do 20 minutes of work, 10 minutes of rest, and you repeat that basically over and over again. You have longer rest breaks once you hit a certain number of cycles. I forget what the numbers are and I just did it. It was tough. I was definitely not in the mental space to do it this morning. My brain was all over the place thinking all the other things that I needed to do and like, should I be doing this 30-minute workout? And I know that can be so hard. It's hard for me because we have to leave. Like there's a set end time today. And I know that Parkinson's law will take over and I will get everything I need to get done today before we leave. Like it will happen. Well, or it won't, and the important things won't get done, but like we'll get packed and cleaned and we'll get out of here. But my whole time, my brain was just like, I need to do this, I need to do this. And I kept like grabbing my phone to make notes instead of like really zoning in on the workout. So that wasn't great. It was a good class. It was just my mental problem. In fact, I actually really liked the class from the sense that it's the first cardio that I've been able to find a live workout that wasn't like dance based. Like it was actually like a HIIT class that was live. I feel like I have been able to find live dance and live yoga and even to an extent live strength training and obviously live spin, but this was the first like live cardio based class. Which is, we took a lot of these styles of classes in the beginning of the year when we were going to the gym consistently, like HIIT, Tabata. And so we haven't done those types of classes in a really long time. For cardio, I've basically just been doing spin to get my cardio. So it was really good. And I want to do more of those classes that they offer where it's like a cardio, but not on a bike type classes, which will be what I do when we get back to New York and I don't have a bike anymore, which is kind of a bummer. I wanted to try and get more of the live spin classes in this week before we left. Obviously that didn't happen. But like I said yesterday, I don't know that the live spin classes do anything for me anyway, since I'm much more motivated by music. So now I'm done and I am gonna go get to that massive to-do list of things that we need to finish today. We need to finish packing, both of us. We need to finish cleaning out the fridge. Yesterday, I took everything and cleaned the fridge and threw out anything we wouldn't finish, but there are still some leftovers in there that hopefully we can eat today for like 11sies and lunch, and then get rid of those, like clean those containers and put all that away. And then I have some other last minute cleaning things I need to do. And then at that point, it's probably gonna be time for me to pick up the car and bring it back and load it up. And then at that point, it's gonna be time for me to go get the car. And then I need to actually stop at some store on the way back to get some cleaning supplies. I tried to order them. I didn't realize we were close to being out of some of them until like early this week. And even with Amazon, there was nothing that was gonna deliver in time. So I'm gonna stop somewhere, I haven't figured out where, on my way back with the car, get some cleaning supplies, and then get here, load up the car. I might have a little bit of time between getting back and loading up the car before we actually leave if Sam is still working. We said we weren't gonna leave until like 3-ish, so I might have a little bit of time to edit this afternoon, which I'm really hoping, because I haven't edited Monday's video and I don't really want to do it in the car, nor do I want to do it on Sunday when I'm with my family. Remember this room the other day? Here's the status of it now. It's got all my stuff, all of Sam's stuff, basically everything except my bathroom stuff I haven't finished. That I'm about to go do. I just got done taking a shower, so I'm gonna go finish the bathroom, and then I have to actually get all of these things into their containers. I'm not looking forward to that part of packing. I am hoping and assuming that all the things that I have in these various piles are going to fit in those various containers. I do have a couple spare of these like not plastic, I don't know what these are, reusable Vera Bradley bags that like I have 2 that are empty that I actually don't even know why I brought them down with me, but they ended up working out really well. Over the summer, they held, because there's no drawers or anything in our bedroom that we're staying in. So those bags ended up being like our drawers for like underwear and socks and those kinds of smaller things that needed a place. So we each had one in the floor of the closet. But I'm hoping I don't need them. Again, I'm hoping I can fit everything into the containers that I have allotted for them and we should be good. But that is the next phase of packing. All right, it is a little bit after 4 and we just crossed over the Illinois state line. So we are now officially in Illinois, finally, given that we've been driving for 11 hours at this point. So I had a lot of people request, they were like, please vlog the road trip. And I'm like, it's not that exciting. Like, we're not stopping and taking pictures, like doing cool things. Like, we are powering through. So we left Corpus yesterday afternoon and drove to Houston, and we had dinner with Sam's mom and sister, and then we just went to bed so that we could wake up super early and get on the road today. So we got going at about 5:30. We grabbed some kolaches and donuts, one in Houston, on our way out, and then we got going, and we've been making really good time. We figured out a system that worked for us when we were driving down here, or down to Texas, not there anymore, that we can each kind of push for about 4 or 5 hours as the driver, and the car that we drove down here in, which was an actual car, it sort of lined up perfectly with running out of gas. So when we would run out of gas, or not run out, but when we needed to stop and fill up with gas, we would get gas, we would go to the bathroom at the gas station, and we would switch drivers. And by the way, I've also had a lot of questions. Every gas station that we've stopped at has been fine. Like, the restrooms have been open, they haven't been, like, we haven't felt super unsafe. You know, we put our masks on and we have plastic gloves, so we each wear one plastic glove when we're like going in and around the gas station and pumping the gas, and then we throw it away, and it's worked really well. And I mean, I felt fine all the way down here in our 2 stops that we've made so far today. So not really an issue at all. So anyways, we've been making great time, and now we're in Illinois, and now it's just the home stretch. We have about 5 hours-ish left, and then we will be in Chicago. And I think I've mentioned this before somewhere, like, it sucks. Like, 16 hours in the car in one day is tough, but it's nice to just like power through and be done and be there and not like have an overnight, another hotel and all those things. Like, it is nice to just power through. And when you're driving for a full day, if you're not stopping and doing something cool, like 12 hours and 16 hours is like the same thing. Like, when we were coming down here, it was like, are we gonna drive literally halfway? It was 14 hours and spend 2 extra hours at the hotel, or just push and go 16, and then we have a 12-hour day the next day, and it was so worth it to do it that way. This coming back, we did do the shorter day first, only because we were stopping in Houston on our way back. But otherwise, I would always advise you do the first day is rough and you push as far as you can go, and obviously it depends on how many drivers you have, and you know, if you can handle stopping only to go to the bathroom every 4 or 5 hours. I will tell you, we are both very dehydrated. Like, I drink way less water on a day where I'm only going to the bathroom every 4 or 5 hours versus when I'm like normally, I mean, you've seen my giant gallon water bottle. When I'm drinking out of that thing, like, I go to the bathroom like every hour. So I definitely am not drinking as much water today, but it's worth it to make good time, and to, I mean, for safety, the less time we can stop, the better. So we are now gonna put on the Hamilton mixtape, and we're gonna power through a little bit longer, and then we'll switch one more time and hopefully be home. Hopefully not to drive too long in the dark. That's the only part I don't like about pushing for super long days is driving in the dark. But I feel like I want to give you what you want, which is vlogging the road trip, but like, I don't know what else to show you because it's really not that exciting. All right, we just stopped at a gas station. We're gonna switch drivers again. Before I get in the driver's seat, I wanted to let you know one more thing that I didn't really talk about, which was food. So in an effort to not have to stop, both for safety purposes, we did this more when we first came down and things were much worse. Back in May when we drove down, we really didn't want to have to stop at any fast food places because we just didn't trust anything. I think I might be a little bit more trusting now, but it's just easier to pack our own food. It just saves us so much time, and we can just snack when we want, and the person in the passenger seat can eat, and if you get food at the same time, then the driver has to drive and eat, or you have to stop or whatever. So I definitely packed way more food than we need though. I think I had the same mindset of like the same amount of food that I packed last time, but we had 2 full days last time, and this trip was really only 1 full day because yesterday was super easy, and we stopped for breakfast this morning, and we didn't do that last time. So we're gonna have extra food when we get there. But basically what I do is I just packed a bunch of sandwiches. So I did a couple turkey and cheese sandwiches, and then a couple peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and then fruit because it's super easy to eat. So grapes and blackberries. And then I also grabbed a bunch of like snacks things. So I got goldfish, I have fig Newtons, beef jerky, like things like that, like kind of snacky type food, road trip food. So we're definitely gonna have leftovers, but that's kind of how we handle food on the road instead of trying to like stop and get meals. So like we only stop when the gas tank is empty, and that's when we also go to the bathroom and switch drivers. Good morning, it's Monday. I had every intention of closing out the vlog yesterday. I was even gonna share some of the things I was doing with my family. We had a little mini celebration for Sam. He hit a big milestone professionally. So we had a little mini celebration. We did our fantasy draft for our family, just like my immediate family, my parents and my siblings, in person for those who live here, which was fun for the first time. Normally we do it all not together. And it was a really nice day spending time with them. And again, I had intentions of bringing my camera and sharing some of it, as well as closing out the vlog yesterday. But I actually left my camera down here in the studio. By the time I realized, I was like, oh, I'm not filming anything. I was like, that's not even worth it. I'll wrap up the week tomorrow morning and it'll be fine. So this is gonna be the end of the week. The first time that the vlog started on a Monday, and it's gonna go up on a different day. I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference or an impact for you, but let me know if you have any thoughts. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Happy planning. There'll be another Are you sick of footage of me sitting here? Why can't I get this out? First week that we,